No one plans on being an alcoholic. I was just an ordinary teenager as far as I was concerned. I used to go out with the girls on a weekend. I was always a heavy drinker, you know. We'd all get ruined on the weekends and then go on our girly holidays, which is 2-3 weeks of constant drinking, you know. I was happy, I was fine. I thought I was fine. I was 18 and I was a police officer. I probably saw a hell of a lot more of what any 18-year-old girl could cope with, to be honest with you. One of my first calls was a suicide, and it was my best friend's dad, and he hung himself. And there was just one thing after another then, finding people in rivers and all sorts. It was horrific. But I didn't have any counselling or anything for it. And I was fine at the time. I thought it was fine. It was my job. I was an 18-year-old police officer. I was all right, I thought so. It gets tough then. And I also met somebody who was abusive. I was in an abusive relationship. And at this point, my drinking got worse. So I was drinking more on the weekends again. And it was rolling into the week. And then from that, depression, drinking, depression, you know, it's never ending cycle. And it got that bad that I had to sign myself off work. I couldn't cope. Signing myself off from work with depression was probably one of the worst things I did. I had all this time on my hands. I was waking up, I was drinking, I was going to bed drunk. My depression, oh my God, I was just existing. And my little boy was living with my mum. I was on my own, didn't have a partner. I just felt so alone and depressed. I was in one hell of a mess. Thank God for my family and my friends, because they really dragged me through and they got me the help and the support that I needed through ADS. And I was clean for a good couple of months. Sorry, you feel so terrible because I then relapsed. And you feel awful. You don't want to let people down. And obviously they're worried, so they're always onto you and they're trying to look after you, but it can be too much sometimes, you know? So I relapsed again, and it was a bit like this for a couple of times. And then my son's dad, he was involved in a car accident and he died. At which point I relapsed again. After Zach's dad got killed, my depression just got 10 times worse on my drinking. It's terrible. Until I got faced with my own reason to want to turn my life around. I had a car accident of my own, and that was a turning point for me. I didn't want my little boy to be without a mother as well as being without a dad. And it's been so hard. So much up and down. And I needed to change. I needed to change. But this time I did it for myself more than anything. I did it for me and my son. Of course I did it for my son too, and my family. But I did it for myself. And I'm actually training now to be a peer mentor, which is absolutely, it's just so amazing that I can help others now with what I went through. The support from ADS has just been phenomenal, and I couldn't be happier. My relationships are better with myself as well. Not just my mum and my son, but with me. I turned it around this time. It was done for me. It was my choice. And I've been sober for 4 months.